Hello, I am Ladyless Gamer. Thank you for joining me on another episode of Dark Novels. Well, of course Natasha has Grayson. We already knew that, right? She planned on taking Grayson to force Jerome to step down from the hearing to make him king. Brittany, however, is very upset at this notion and does not agree that they took the child, and voices her opinion. Conflicted on her emotions and how she feels about this, she decides to take care of the baby and care for his needs. She also realizes she may or may not be locked in the room. The next morning she wakes up feeling dizzy and confused. The baby's gone. She's accused by her nestmates of being a traitor. Jerome and Naomi are upstairs. Nobody below realizes this. They have come to raid Flowur's former castle in search of their child. Naomi finds her child's bassinet and throws it on the floor. She is visibly upset and distraught, and so is Jerome. Jerome is angry and decides to start questioning the other vampires. This leads into a huge fight. Brittany decides to come forward and let him know that they indeed had the baby and what they had planned to do for him to step down. In a dark basement in Willow Creek, there's a rogue vampire imprisoned, alone with a baby in a cell. And he's wondering how he's going to get them out of there. And who does the child belong to? Brittany is shunned by her nestmates. She's seen as a traitor, and they banish her from the home. She leaves with Naomi and Jerome, and they vow to protect her if she helps them find their son. Brittany tells Naomi of her life, of being rogue and never finding a place where she could feel safe. So she took up with Natasha, but never agreed with her policies. Jerome lets her know that he doesn't quite trust her. She was the last one to be alone with their child, but is giving her a chance. If she doesn't come through, she will be killed. But if she does, she will have a place in his nest. Naomi shows Brittany to her quarters, her guest areas, where she will be staying until they figure out her place in their legacy. There is no way that Brittany could tell anybody of the elderly woman who came into the house last night and offered to take the child back to Jerome. Who was she, and why did she even trust her? Brittany decides to head over to some local vampires she knows from the clubs she hangs out at. Maybe they know something or saw something. Unfortunately, they couldn't remember anything, so she decided to head home. Oh my god, so this is a little rude. Looks like Jerome and Naomi got a little frisky inside their guest quarters coffin. Maybe a little rude, yeah. It could be all the stress from the hearing, him becoming king, them missing Grayson, but they needed to relieve a little bit of stress and maybe got caught up in the moment. Longest woohoo ever. They must have been really stressed out. The town hall meeting at Vampire headquarters is due to start soon. Everybody's trickling in, little by little. Vampires from all over the place, different worlds and regions. Some are on Jerome's side and some aren't. This will be where anybody could put their input in and see if they're okay with this situation. I mean, Jerome will still be king, but it could be taken away from him very easily as well. There will be some voting involved and speakers to state their side. Of course, someone here is capable of stealing a child from their parents. But she didn't even bother to show up from work. What is her game? There's also someone who stole the child from Natasha. How many people are involved here? Who can be trusted and who cannot be? Jerome is a little nervous and practices for his speech. Soon he will be king, or aka head vampire really, but he likes the label of king better. Brittany and Nico decide to search the net for any information they could find. Oh please, you didn't think Jerome didn't know, did you? Jerome knew about Vladislav's location this whole time. He's been keeping tabs on him. He even bribes him to stay quiet and gives him money to take care of his family. No, he's not friends with Vladislav, nor does he forgive him. But why should children suffer needlessly? The whole point was taking away his power, so he is not running the vampire empire anymore. As dominance and show of power, Jerome will take blood from Vladislav. This way he could control him and keep him in line. He has complete control over him this way, and this will ensure his loyalty. Jerome tells Vlad he does not deserve to be happy, but will never let any harm come to him and his children, and assures him he better not know where his child is. And the only reason he showed up was to make sure that Grayson wasn't there. Vladislav assures him he has no idea where Grayson is, and assures him that he'll keep his children in check. He may not be a vampire anymore, but he does have some pull over them, at least for now. Vladislav's wife tells him to just leave their family alone. Let them be happy. They might not have everything in the world that they want, but they have what they need. Jerome leaves. Whatever Vladislav decides to do is on him. He's content with the future and his past. When Jerome arrives back at the mansion, he tells Nico what he's discussed with Vladislav. Will Vladislav help vote for him? They don't know. Brittany is working on a laptop that she's kind of overused. It got overheated, and in the middle of repairing it, something happens. Oh my god, the DJ at the underground. That's where I've seen her. So, what do you think is up with this DJ? I will link a video below that tells her story. But it looks like Brittany may have trusted the wrong person. I hope everything ends up being okay. Do you think she'll get Grayson back? How is she going to get out of this predicament?